Yeah, with my handy dandy flip cam. Just gonna make a couple of quick little videos. Because my other video that I made, it did not come out with the sham of a camera. With the other sham, it's like a sham of a camera. My analog or MP3 player and this flip cam have been the only thing that I've been able to document stuff very, very well, and that has resolute reliability. And what we're talking about today, we're talking about electronic legacy. Let me break it out of my tote bag. I'm getting my bearings to go knock out my final. Not my final, but to go knock out my final project. And I'm gonna be working around the clock until Tuesday. Well, until Thursday, basically. And where did I put it? That's why I like to have stuff ready, but it's all good in the hood. And when I'm talking about electronic legacy, the Chronicles of PIYE by my homeboy Chris Crazy House. The Chronicles of PIYE. And I'm merging several different things together. And what we're all here to do, and it's by Richard E. Gaskin and Chris Miller, which is Chris Crazy House. You can get it on Amazon. I'll have the link in the description box. And I see some legacy builders, and I have to call them out. First, I have to, pat on the back. That's what I'm doing. Just a little pat on the shoulder for self. Because that's my primary goal is to build legacy. And the simple fact being is, even the motifs that Chris picked for the background, they're all instilling of legacy. As a matter of fact, it's about inheritance. Chapter 1 is inheritance. Is what you are given from somebody who has built a legacy for you. And I'm gonna get slightly emotional, which I'm very, very stoic. I'm only passionate through my do what I do, which is toy customization. And I'm doing a lot of things to a legacy, to build my own legacy. Taking classes to build my own legacy specifically. Hardwired Riley, Chris Miller, Felicia Mason, legacy builders. Legacy builders. Wayne Riley has his son all in the mix of everything he's building an empire. And this is what I'm talking about, people. Kevin Boone. He's been doing this since he was 12 years old. Legacy building. He was legacy building, and I was legacy building because me and my brother used to make stuff with Legos. Used to build stuff with Legos. And play out episodes of Transformers and every other toy that I did not have as a child. I think I explained this before. And now we're going to get into YouTube. And we're going to get into the internet. We're going to get into what it does. For purely selfish reasons, I am doing this to have an electronic legacy, an electronic archive. And I beckon people to start gathering up the credible and important stuff they put on put it on a computer. We have a few computers laying around. Take an ancient one, take an old 40 gigabyte and put it as an electronic diary to leave to your children. As an electronic diary for you to look and chart your progress as you move along this path. It's an electronic legacy. For purely self, for me, it is an archival. It is an archive. That's why I'm on the internet. That's the only reason that's on the internet. And to even be more truthful, yeah, I do want to get big and famous and well known. So that I have a bit of gratification, a heaping, what's the name of gratification, due to being an outcast in society. That's like the natural reaction, but for purely selfish reasons, it's an archive for me. It's an archive that say, hey, I did that. It's a solid validation through basically self-validation and understanding that even though I have a dire need because of how I came up and the experiences I had, that the validation comes from self. Validations come from self by actually doing and enacting and building things. Going through the whole and building your legacy. That's what it all focuses on. And you can't put yourself in a situation that jeopardize building this legacy. That's how important it is. Remember, it's every time you feel that you want to act out, every time you feel like that you want to remember, for me, I have much more to lose. I cannot jeopardize the legacy that I will build. And even if something was to happen, that doesn't stop the building. It's going to be probably just an infinite change, a shifting. I'll be with stuff, maybe I'll be without stuff. But whatever the case, that's why people keep diaries. You should chart your progress and use it as an archive. Use it as your ark of the covenant. A mark of your history whenever you came into the internet, whenever you came into YouTube. Because I see legacy builders in phases. They have it in phases. And they gradually get bigger. And I see people market their legacy. I see people's legacy. I understand now why this is just so important. And this is why I keep seeing the same names. I want to have like a podcast, but I have to go out there and get my legacy and get my reputation. And I want to have one day have a podcast where I just sit down and talk to just the people I want to talk to. Like I say, for purely selfish reasons. I just want to talk to these people. But the simple fact being, if you don't know what I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, you should make dramatic strides. Like I'm trying to make very dramatic, a very dramatic transition, and keep doing like Sucklord say, it's like I have to keep doing legendary. I have to keep pushing it and just doing things in a big way as I go along. I think dramatic moves, dramatic changes, dramatic results, dramatic big risk action, dramatic big results. And you have to quantify that. Each and every time as you go along, bigger and better and badder and faster in whatever you do, to get solidarity of your reputation so you can secure the cornerstone of your empire. And if you don't know who I'm talking to, like who is doing it, like I say, Chris Crazy House, Wayne Riley, Felicia Mason, Kevin Boone, LaShawn Thomas, Mashindo Kumba, Jason Wise. We got Fab. We got Black Ant. They have consistently, of course, Felipe Smith. They have consistent media. There's plenty of things of Black. Titus Pinnell. They have plenty of things online that you have access to either purchase or buy. the what's the name of not having anything black to buy, toujours parallel universe. Toujours. James Edwards. I mean, these guys are legacy builders who are successfully building things bigger. In fact, Terrence Walker. There's I think I'm going to leave a link for that Terrence Walker interview. He's living in China. Went to China, got him a wife. Legacy builders. He has a whole lineage of work. All the way back to the beginning, all the way up until now. It's your electronic legacy. Get you an old computer and just load it up with all of that stuff. Even make a physical archive. Do a little bit each year, do a little bit each month. The day is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. And to have something to leave or have something to hand off or somebody to hand off something to somebody. It's just how important legacy is. It might inspire greatness more than you could ever imagine.